Hello, I'm Priya Sengupta, Priya Sengupta in Bangla, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. You are here with me on Invest 10 Minutes Daily to Learn with Priya India. We discussed earlier that most of the things that we do it as a matter of habits. Basically, those are patterns and which have set into habits, and we do those things from our subconscious mind without thinking much about them. For instance, brushing our teeth. Now, we also discussed that we can form a lot of good habits, and we discussed how to form habits. Now, today I'm going to discuss with you work-life balance, and this is part one of it. And we are going to discuss the different segments that we can have of our day. Let me give you a real example of segments of the day. So let me tell you about the segments of my day. Each of my days, I divide it into 4 segments. Let's discuss the timings. So it's very simple. The day technically starts at 12 in the night, midnight. So from 12 to 5 a.m., so 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. is my first segment. The second segment is from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. The third segment is from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the fourth segment is from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Now, very easy for me to remember and very easy for me to follow. It's not that these segments are absolutely watertight, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, this way or that way, depending upon the circumstances of the day or the amount of work I have, or maybe I'm catching up on a movie and the movie goes on for longer. So those adjustments, half an hour here and there, happens, but otherwise I follow this pattern on an everyday basis. So you could say this is my habit. So what happens in these segments? Now the first segment, that is the one from midnight 12 to 5 a.m. is devoted to sleep. So along with the 4 segments, we have 4 activity groups that I have. So the first activity group is sleep. Okay? Now that is priority number 1, because most of our health and our well-being, our mental health especially, and our alertness at work, our growth, our peace of mind, to a large extent depends on our sleep, and so I give sleep the first priority. We will discuss each of these activity groups in further episodes in greater detail. So now let's move on to the second activity group, and that's priority number 2 to me, and that is self-maintenance and my home maintenance. So maintenance of the body and mind I live in, and maintenance of the home that I live in. Throughout, I have been very focused on this. It's a core belief in me that family and home come first. So it's a family first, home first belief that I have always had, and I follow it on an everyday basis. So after waking up, my priority becomes self-maintenance and my family and home maintenance. What's third? The third is that 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., so 12 hours, and this is devoted to professional work, financial work, and statutory work. What is statutory work? Basically, things like paying the taxes, filing IT returns, stuff like that. So that is statutory work. So professional work, financial work, statutory. And after that, the last segment, that is from 9 p.m. till midnight, and generally I try to make this earlier, so 9 p.m. to 11, I try to hit the bed, and this portion of the time is given, it is devoted to relaxation and entertainment. Now, I told you that I will visit each of these segments later in future episodes, and I'll discuss them in further details. But let's now move on to how much time then am I devoting to each segment of my day. So the sleep segment gets 5 hours, and that is deep sleep. Okay, I mean, there are technical definitions or types of sleep. I'm not getting into that at the moment. I'll get into that in the future episode. But basically, it is very peaceful sleep, deep sleep, as we would call it in layman language. Okay. Now, the second section, that is the self and home maintenance. To that, I invest 4 hours. And I am saying I invest because that's the basis of how sleep or time is also invested. My self-maintenance and my family home maintenance time is also investment, because these give very, very rich returns if you pay attention to them. Okay, so 4 hours there. Now the third segment, so 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., it's 12 hours. That is half of the day, half of 24 hours. It's very, very vital, very crucial. And I attend to many, many things during that particular time, and with very high alertness and my mind working really well. Okay, and then the fourth segment, that is the relaxation and the entertainment, is devoted 3 hours, and mostly it is 2.5, and then I go off to sleep. I try to get into sleep. So this time is for me to basically enrich my soul. Okay, so now, so what percentage of time am I devoting to each of these segments? So the first segment of sleep gets about 20% time. The second segment of self and home maintenance gets 17% time. The third segment, 12 hours, so 50% time. And the fourth segment gets 13% time. So the biggest chunk is the work, different kinds of work, financial, professional, statutory work, which is getting, and also learning, a lot of learning. That gets 50% of the day. And then the next big chunk is sleep, which gets 20%, 21% of the day. And the third chunk is self and home maintenance, which gets 17% of the day. And the fourth is relaxation, entertainment, which gets 13% of the day. And that's the total 100% of my day. Now, as I told you, from time to time, so on certain days, I may have to vary it a little bit here and there. So like if I'm going to do a training program which is far away from my home, I may have to leave home 1 hour earlier than 9, maybe at 8 a.m. But I then compensate it on the other side of the day. I will finish my work by 8 and give myself that 1 hour for self-maintenance or home maintenance. Now, so why these particular 4 chunks? Because they address 4 different purposes, completely different purpose, and I want my mind and my body to be attuned to that particular purpose. So the sleep is for rejuvenation. So to put it in simple terms, it is for basically recharging, just like the mobile phone will not work unless we recharge it. Similarly, our body and mind are not going to work unless we rejuvenate it, we recharge it with sleep. Now, the second section, that is the home and the self-maintenance. Now, that is pure everyday maintenance, so that the body and mind I live in, the home that I live in, they are in perfect condition, and so I can do my best when I am doing my work, and I get the maximum return from what I'm trying to do. The third is the work time, and that is for the growth of my career, for the advancement of my career, for self-actualization, that is reaching my life goals that I have, and also to meet the dunyadari part of it. That is, we have to do certain len-den to live in this world. We have to pay our taxes, we have to file the returns, we have to do stuff like that. So that is basically for all that dunyadari also. Now, the last part is very essential. Now, the core of us is our soul. And there are a lot of philosophies that it is indestructible, etc. Now, I'm not getting into any of that because that is very, very high funda. But I'm very honest with you. Unless the soul is happy, how can we carry on with a smile? So I do devote in a very, very focused manner, time to relax and have my dinner and read something or see a movie, listen to some good music, all with a purpose of basically nurturing my soul, nourishing my soul. I think about my day, I also daydream a bit, and all of that goes into keeping my soul in a peaceful state. Now, why did I put the activities in a group? Because as I told you, it requires a particular frame of mind. It requires a particular level of energy in the body. Now, work-life balance doesn't come just by thinking I'm going to have more work-life balance. There are strategies that we need to apply in our day-to-day life, put them into our patterns, and then let them form into good habits so that we can get maximum advantage from those habits. So that's how to get into work-life balance. We'll discuss a lot about it. Till that time, you can think about how you can organize the different segments of your day and what activity groups can you make, what kind of time you want to devote to each of these activity groups, and how you want it to play out. But now, if you liked what I discussed today, then I would request you to click on the like. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And then also share the link to the channel to your friends and colleagues and family members. Let them also benefit from it. Let them join our learning community. You know, the more the merrier. And I would love to hear from each of you. Please do write in, and I'll try to implement your suggestions, your comments, your stories and anecdotes into my future episodes. I love connecting with people. Do write in. We learned a little bit today about work-life balance, about different segments that we can make of our day. Each of us can live the life that we want to live. And I'm always there for you to help you to live the life that you want. But in order to help you, you need to show up. Invest your 10 minutes daily to learn with Priya India. So we'll meet again. And as I always say, bhalo kichu koro na. So do something good. Yeah. So kal abar dekha hobe, kal fir milte hain. We'll meet up again tomorrow. But till then, you can also go through the playlists. I have 2 playlists on this channel. One is the other episodes of Invest 10 Minutes Daily to learn with Priya India. And also I have the Corona Perspectives, that is to look at the different opportunities that this Corona lockdown is providing us. So please do go through those videos and like and subscribe and stay with me. See you again on Invest 10 Minutes Daily to learn with Priya India. Bye-bye. It was great speaking to you.